Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. I am your host, Wanda L. Scott, where every Thursday I go live to share a mindset pivot so we can thrive and not just survive mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Welcome to Thrive Thursdays. Are you ready to thrive? I know you are. And this weekly reminder, I hope it pushes you just a bit every week to think about areas that you are just surviving and not thriving. And so on this Thrive Thursday, I just want to tell you, ladies, I love you. Okay, before we even get started, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me. Remember, this is National Women's History Month, and I have committed all month long to have Thrive Thursdays that focus on things that cause women not to thrive, but just survive. So today we're talking about the dreaded to-do list that seems to always keep filling up and filling up and filling up with priorities, dates, appointments. The alarm clock keeps going off. People keep giving us stuff to add to our sticky notes that we place everywhere. We have sticky notes, calendar circles, whiteboards. We sit and think, and if you're like me, you add it to your phone as well. So it's not just on paper and sticky notes. You have a calendar of to do that you put in your phone as well. So you're juggling between paper and electronic. Boy, the list just never seemed to end. And what's so interesting to me is I don't know about you. Remember, I told you I'm talking about me. My to do list span from personal to do list, family to do list, work to do list. How many to do lists do you have? I'm pausing so you can think about the categories of to do list that you have. And if you don't have a to do list, ladies, that you write down or put in your phone, I know it's in your head. And our to do list can drive us crazy. And they can be a source that cause us to just survive and not thrive because we're always looking to check off the next thing. We're trying to check it off. But remember the first graphic where it just kept filling up and filling up and filling up? I know that this happens to you. It might not be all the time, but then we're in this perpetual state of thinking that there's always something to do. We can't get it all done. For some reason, we might think that we're not good enough to get it done, or we need to manage our time better, or we need a better system. And all of these things might be true to some extent, but when it's causing us to just survive because of the way we're thinking about our to do list, then we need to deal with it, right? Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So, what is our mindset pivot for the dreaded to do list? Emotionally, give yourself a pass. Stop stressing yourself out. Stop being afraid of what you're not going to get done. Stop throwing yourself into anxiety from what you didn't accomplish that day and what you have to do the next day. Give yourself a pass. Give yourself grace. You can do it tomorrow. Most of the time, no, it's not going to be fatal if we don't get that thing done. It's part of prioritizing. So give yourself some grace. Give yourself a pass emotionally from stress, anxiety, being overwhelmed because of these endless to-do lists. Every day will have enough of its own that you don't have to worry about tomorrow. And you have to worry about what you don't get done. Just, take peace with it. That's emotional pivot. Your mental pivot is the priority. is to, yes, have your to-do list personally, put them up, write them down. That's what helps me. If I'm going to bed and I have this huge, list in my head for the next day, I write it all down. And then I prioritize it. That's my mental pivot for you, is write it down, prioritize, and just breathe. Okay, that's your mental pivot. And spiritually, the word of God says that we don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has enough worries of its own. And anything that we couldn't get done, that God didn't give us grace to get done, He'll give us grace to leave where it is. Okay. And the big thing about these to do lists, personally, professionally, your business, family, is to communicate about them across the board, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. That'll also give you a break when you have your mindset pivot around communicating. So, emotionally, give yourself some grace, a pass. Don't quit all the stressing and all the things that go with that to-do list. I'm raising my hand. Remember, I'm talking about me, not you. I told you I love you. And mentally, write those things down, prioritize. Spiritually, understand that there is grace for everything. There's 24 hours in the day. God knew that, and He'll give us the wisdom and the ability to get what we need to get done in each day when we seek Him for that wisdom and we thank Him for that grace. So these are my mindset pivots, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, for the dreaded to-do list. If this didn't apply to you, I applaud you. I applaud you. But whether your to-do list or on sticky notes, in your phone, in your day planner, on a sheet of paper on your desk, I'm not going to show you my desk. Then remember, you can do a mindset pivot, and you don't have to be just surviving when it comes to to-do lists. You can thrive. So remember, I stream live every Thursday on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow, like, connect with me, Wanda L. Scott, your host, and I will see you next Thursday, where we'll look at another mindset pivot so we can thrive and not just survive mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.